Standing here in front of the remains of the B1 bridge, you can see that this bridge was never only a piece of infrastructure. It was the symbol of a sovereign nation to build, to innovate, and to de-link from the imperialist world system. And that's precisely why it was bombed. The bombardment of the B1 bridge demonstrates the essence of this war. Both its means and ends are destruction and de-development. It's not about military targets, but about dismantling the very ability of a revolutionary nation to advance an alternative path of development, one independent from imperialist domination. Since the revolution, every US-led act of aggression against Iran has aimed to contain Iran, to restrict a sovereign national project that seeks to build indigenous science, technology, and infrastructure. The B1 bridge, as the tallest and most significant in the Arab-Iranian region, stood as proof of that capacity. That's what this war targets: the capacity to create, the capacity to develop, and to resist. Containment has taken many forms: sanctions, cyber warfare, assassinations of scientists, regime change operations and destabilization campaigns, and open military aggression. It's all part of a single strategy to ensure that nations of the global south cannot develop independently, cannot industrialize defensively, cannot build deterrence against imperialist destruction. No nation in our region and the global south as a whole can achieve sovereign development without developing the capacity to resist imperialist aggression, which means most important pillar of alternative development is defensive industrialization. Defensive industrialization then is not militarization for its own sake. It's an existential necessity for southern nations. It's about building the means to resist containment, to secure the space for autonomous development. And this cannot be done alone. It must be both self-reliant and collective. A South-South strategy of technological and industrial cooperation against the imperialist division of labor, one that is demonstrated in the axis of resistance. Bombing this bridge also tells us something deeper. This is not only a war on Iran, it's a war against every effort to build alternative routes of development, against China's Belt and Road Initiative, against Russia's North-South corridor. Because sovereign development does not mean isolation. It requires bridges. It means connectivity among nations that refuse subordination. Destroying a bridge like this is thus a symbolic strike at the very idea of an integrated post-imperialist world, which requires bridges between southern nations that resist imperialism. This is not just the destruction of concrete and steel. This is an assault on the possibility of building a different future, one grounded in sovereignty, solidarity, and resistance to the imperialist order of destruction, waste, and de-development.